Mark,
Okay, we are live now. Hi, Aja. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi, Chen.
Hi. So, tell me what's going on. Tell me a little bit about today and how is the weather there? Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Maryland right now. I live in New York, but I came to Maryland, and I'm with family, so they had to make some kind of accommodation for me here for
Mm-hmm.
us to come live. And then, one of my mentors, uh, she called me today. Today she announced she's a survivor from cancer,
Mm,
so that kind of took up my time
mm.
to get to the live. But I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I wanted to know. I met you on Clubhouse on Darion's 1 minute film school, and you've done some really great work. And so, tell us your experience of making film, 1 minute film, and we're gonna watch one of them.
I would just say that I used to love being a hair stylist, hair makeup artist. I never thought I'll do anything else. And since I started doing film, it's been just fantastic to write something that comes to life right before you. It's just undescribable. I think it's second to having a baby. Unless I win the lottery, then maybe I
Yeah,
have something else to say about it.
yeah, something is born out of nothing, right? Yeah, a
Yes,
life was born. Yeah.
yes, I love
S-
it.
Yeah. So, what was the attraction to you about the 1 minute school on Clubhouse? Do you know Darian before this whole experience of Clubhouse?
Actually, no. I met Darion on Clubhouse. Well, it's just something about his spirit, his drive, his motivation, and encouragement that just like, you know what? I know I've done films, but there's something missing as I'm doing it because, I would give props to a gentleman in Atlanta that motivated me to say, just do it, write it and shoot it. But as I was doing it, I realized something was missing. And then when I joined Darion's 1 minute, I learned how pre production is very important. And that's just as important as the post. I mean, the post is just as, just as important. But being prepared and getting everything together right, storyboarding and all, it just makes things a lot more translatable to your director, your team. And that little time I spent um, having my mentor guide me with some things, it just opened my eyes to another world, and I'm just ready to take off.
It's wonderful. So, how long have you been in the? I know you've been doing hair, your hair specialist in 30 years. But how long you've been doing film and media?
I would say it's been since what 2016. I started writing when I think I was in London, and I said, I'm going to do this. I was flown in to do a client that suffered, it was a third-degree burns, and it was her wedding that people thought she wouldn't make it. And I said, you know what? Her story inspired me. Let me do this because you just never know. So I started writing, and then I started putting together my screenplay, probably like say 2017.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So so you have never done any work before. You just started from because the story inspired you.
Her story inspired me, yes. I've said that there was well, she's one person that inspired me. I'm inspired by women that are very strong. Um, the person that inspired me to write my first story, she's no longer here. She suffered abuse and got murdered. And I always felt that her story somewhat needs to be heard. It need to be told because there are a lot of women that just especially coming from another country, you know, they want to have an opportunity. They want to change their life, and from my understanding, she did all what she had to do to try to find a way to come to the United States, and she risked her life and until her demise. She got here, but she didn't live long enough to enjoy the United States, and I felt her story needed to be told. So I've been inspired by both women to get going with this, along with
Wonderful.
my children, of course.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
So how about let's share a screen share of where you won. The Tell us how many awards you won for this film.
I I won, I believe, is 5 awards out of 7. Um, 5 awards out of 7, I believe. Uh, I won the audience award, and I was runner up for the some of the others. But in the best costume, I won that as well, and tied as well. So it's been ties and uh, runner up. So we get awarded for those. So I have like 5 out of 7.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take a look at this film first, and then we'll talk about how did you um, do this.
Okay.
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 So it's a 1 minute. It's called Legacy of Emma, right?
Yes.
1 minute film where Agile won 5 awards out of 7 at May, um, because it's a monthly award. At
Yes.
it's a clubhouse um, film school called Darion Juhl 1 minute film school. Okay,
Right. Inspired by a woman, strong woman.
cool. Here we go.
Can't believe it. My very own salon. Thank you, Aunt Emma. Well, you was her favorite. You know, I never really liked coming to this place anyway. Why they ain't bury you with Aunt Emma?
And I have to spray to kill them bugs as soon as I take her man. Excuse me. I am so sorry. You know what? You don't even have to apologize. No, it's fine. Let me do, you don't even have to apologize.
Finish
It's
your
fine.
hair.
It's fine. I'll take it.
But you didn't pay. She walked out and didn't pay.
Let it go. I'll take it. Tessa, get my cup back.
Awesome.
Yeah. And of course, there are a lot of things that inspired me to write that story. And
Yeah.
that would take a full another episode. But I really enjoyed doing that. Andre Harris she's the lead actress of that.
Andre Hess is in the audience. Did you see it? I think you see it.
Yeah.
Hi, Andre.
Yeah, she was amazing. I usually shoot in Atlanta and New York, especially Atlanta.
Yeah.
So working out here is just a whole different ball game, setup and all. But Andre Andre Harris and another gentleman, he's from the Philippines. His name is June. They both helped me quite a bit in getting to meet people out here and convinced me that we have just as many talented people in the DMV area. So both of them helped me round up actors. Of course, June helped me with the first film that I submitted for Darion's project, where I won a few awards as well. runner up for Best Picture, I believe, and Best Screenplay. And I don't remember. I think Best Actress. I won Best Actress for that one. So yeah, I'm really loving it here in the DMV area. Getting to know more actors, and it's getting me more excited to do more projects out here
Yeah.
as well. Yes.
So for this one, the legacy of Emma, now from it's a 1 minute film, right? So does it mean how many pages a script you write for 1 minute? Is it
It was,
one page?
yeah, it was actually just one page.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's quite challenging because, we're so caught up with dialogue. And the thing that people need to realize that it's better to show than to tell. So, you know, even though when you start your first script, as time goes on, you get better at it. And doing that one page, it changed me. It took me to another level in my writing. And like I said, I'm really excited that, I have a mentor like Darion and also a partner like Andre Harris to help get the vision to go to another level. I mean, not only is she a great actress, she's an awesome production manager and coordinator. We have a lot of things we're doing in the future. We're going out of the country to help other filmmakers, women filmmakers, so they could be inspired like how we were in the arts.
So you have one cameraman to shoot this? Like who was the may I ask like what camera they used in this, because it's so sharp and so high def?
I believe he used a Sony. I forgot the name of the Sony camera he used, but
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
it did a pretty good job. I mean,
Yeah.
he Malachi, he was great. Better than, because I usually do my research, but he was recommended to do this 1 minute, and he did a great job.
Yeah. So for editing in the end for 1 minute, like how much shooting you have, how much footage you have to gather to edit into 1 minute, or do you like shoot really, really like little?
Well, I mean, we shot actually four and a half minutes that had to be condensed to 1 minute, and
Mm, mm,
I have two versions of it.
yeah.
And so I got my team to work on the editing part
Mm,
to
yeah.
condense it. So it was a challenge, but a great one. Healthy
Yeah.
challenge.
And the music is really good too.
Oh yeah, Smoking Aces. He's my guy. Like, he's been awesome with every project. I believe Smoking Aces put his touch on that thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, I have another person that's a part of the team that is also he's just super. But Smoking Aces definitely knows how to create the sound.
Yeah.
Music. I have a number of them, that helps me with that. But he was great for this one.
That's great. That's great. So are you going to participate more of a future competition?
I will. I mean, I enjoy it. It's not even about the competition. It's just something. It's addictive. Just doing it just pushes me to want to do it. It's not even. Yeah, it's great to win, but giving great pictures, showing people what you could do, especially, showing people your skill as a director. It could only get better. It could only get better. So why not?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing. Like where were you born and how did you become interested in hair and beauty industry?
Okay, so I became her hair and makeup artist because of my mom. My mom was she studied in New York. Um, we I'm from Sierra Leone, and my parents, of course, they're from Sierra Leone, and we came to New York when I was barely a year old. And my mom, after doing different jobs, she decided to get into cosmetology school, and apparently is one of the best in New York. So after 10 years, we, we moved back to Sierra Leone, and she opened a couple of salons and did very well. I mean, we're talking about the first lady of Sierra Leone, a couple of them politicians, and I started with her literally when I was like 12, 11 years old. No, I take that back. I was 10.
Oh,
I did my first customer,
yeah,
which was my aunt, may her
yeah,
soul rest in peace.
yeah.
Gave her an India mark right here,
Uh,
burning her. But so from there, I came back 4 years later, and I finished high school here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And after I graduated, I started going to college, but it was a little difficult because then when you are an immigrant, college was very expensive, and my parents were far away. They did what they could when I came back. They supported me with what they had, but when I graduated and moved back, I decided to take on jobs and not wanted to bother them, even though they didn't mind. They had the money, we were middle upper class family, but
mm,
I just felt that I could just do two jobs, just like any teenager. I could do everything by myself. Graduated, went to college, and then I did two jobs. But I dropped out of college because I couldn't afford to finish because
mm,
the money was too small for me to do that. And then right after, I decided to go to cosmetology school because I heard that there was money in that.
mm,
So in the process of me going to school, I had my first son, then. And that motivated me to stay because I knew with cosmetology, I could spend time with my son. I could make my own schedule versus
mm,
working for people. So yeah, that's how that happened for me. And I got to work with a number of famous people that came in my salon. Politicians, politicians from different parts of the world that would come secretly as a regular person.
mm,
But in time, because they got to know me, they kind of sensed that I was a genuine person. They liked my spirit, so they eventually opened up to me who they really were. And even with that, I mean, I still was such a busy stylist. I used to do about 20 to 30 people a day, and
mm,
with three assistants, just me alone in the salon. Because eventually I branched off having a salon that I joined with my family, and we hired people. But eventually I ended up being on my own, covering the salon with just workers working for me.
mm,
So that worked out quite well. And then I got the opportunity to go to Hollywood after helping, because what I do, I'm big on giving back. So people, when they start their shows, I see what I could do to participate. And I had my first opportunity working as a makeup artist on a movie set through a fellow Sierra Leonean for Nollywood.
mm,
And that movie had, the main actor, Desmond Elliott, and so Desmond was excited that I was on board. I got to do makeup for him and on him with the actors, Crystal Bazemore, that is a Hollywood actress in Los Angeles. I got to do her makeup, and through her, she helped me get to working on award shows, African award shows, and then through that African award shows, I got to work with Nollywood actors. I get to meet with them, and met up with people like Majid Michael, that's my brother, and other people from Nollywood from all over. And then from there, that's when I met someone in Hollywood that offered me an opportunity to do makeup in Hollywood for the NAACP Tony Awards. And that's how I got my inspiration watching them doing actors and actresses that I see on TV behind the scenes. A lot that I couldn't take pictures with because it was a no thing. But through that, I said, you know what? I need to get into my scripts because since I was high school, my teachers told me that I'm really good creatively. Like my ideas are just different. So I said, you know what? Maybe if I write, I could get some of these actors to not only, I get to do their makeup, but they can work for me. They can
Hmm.
act for me in my projects. So I got back into writing. And then, of course, that story in the back of my head of my friends that passed away and other strong women that were in my life, including my mother, it motivated me to write more on strong women, women of color.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. So you also work in UK. You're a member of the, it's called Spratley Foundation.
Yes,
T-
Spratley.
Tell us a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, actually, I am a division in the United States of the Spratley Charity Foundation. The president of that foundation lives in the UK, and he's visited Sierra Leone, fell in love with Sierra Leone, and wanted to do something to help the children there. And by creating parks and wanted to open an amusement park, all types of parks for children. And when we got to talk, and he was telling me how passionate he was, and we talked more because I'm just as passionate to help women and children. I said, let's do this. And he was like, let's work together. So I'm a part of the Spratley Charity Foundation in the United States. Yes.
That's wonderful. And it seems like you're born with this entrepreneurship. You make things happen, right? That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
So if someone is watching us, some young lady out there wanted to get some advice from you, what would you say to young people how to pave their way of becoming the person they want to be, or being an entrepreneur, or being women leader or doer? How would you give them advice?
I would tell, and I tell women all the time, you are your own power through the grace of God. You could do it. You could do anything you want to do. Once you put it in prayer and you give it to Him and believe it with, within the core of your being, that nothing could stop you. Um, I've seen it with women around me. Um, my dear friends around me that gone through so much. And even as a child, when I was in Sierra Leone, the way I see women focusing on making sure their children eat well, go to school, become someone, despite the odds. So I pray, I tell them to keep on praying, keep on pushing, keep on believing, and you'll definitely will achieve it once you have God with you by your side.
It's wonderful. So tell us, you have two kids or more than two?
I have 5 children.
Oh, you have five. I forgot. Yeah. Oh my God. God bless you. So how do you balance your work and your traveling, and are they all quite grown up?
Actually, my children I have four boys and a girl, and
Oh
my
my God.
oldest son is 32 years old.
Wow.
My youngest is 17. My youngest boy,
Okay.
my youngest child.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm big on entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I'm big on making time
Yeah.
with your children. And, I understand what it is
Yeah.
to be in a position where you have no choice. And I'm telling you, as a cosmetologist,
Yeah.
when they were young,
Yeah.
it helped a great deal.
Uh-huh.
It's not easy raising boys
Yeah.
single-handedly. I've been married and divorced,
Mm.
and I've suffered quite a few things. But
Mm.
I tell you, what that helped me through it all was prayer, was
Mm.
Jesus, was the Lord. He
Mm.
helped me through to make everything work out the way it should work out for me, and He definitely made a path for me. Um, it's just countless what God has done for me. Countless I can't explain. He showed me that I'll be on TV a
Mm.
long time ago when I was 19 years old. He
Mm.
told me, "You are
Wow.
going to be known. The world
Wow.
will know you." And surely, I never knew I'll meet people like people like Remy Tunubu, to do her hair and be friendly with her, and meeting other like of the first one of the female kings of Africa, sitting with them um, in an event I never thought that I ever sit with. I mean, they invited me, and then she leads me to sit with three other kings with her.
Oh my
You
God.
Yes, that was this beauty business had done so much, exposed me to so many great people,
Mm.
strong women, strong people, people of all walks, people that people who are disabled.
Mm.
I can't explain it. I can't take it back. I don't have any regrets being a cosmetologist, and now I'm a beauty entrepreneur. And now, even though I do my filmmaking, I
Mm.
also on the side I sell. I'm a Amazon seller, resell as well.
Oh.
I have another mentor there for e-commerce, John
Oh.
Scott. He's been fascinating, and with them helping me out, I mean, how can I fail? I have all these mentors around me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's, it's exciting. Really exciting life journey. Thank you guys.
That's wonderful. We have some people down in the audience. Let's see. Yeah, you can type in your question if you have any for Aja and me. Your friend Andre Harris was here. Rob. Hi, Rob.
Oh, Rob is one of my actors from the Silent Witness
Oh, yeah. Hi.
series.
Yes, yes. I think I met Rob too, right? On Clubhouse. Is that the same Rob?
No, this is a
Oh, okay.
different Rob.
Oh, okay.
Rob
Um.
is a hell of an actor as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Um,
Oh,
the Silent Witness is a project coming out soon. You guys, you'll hold on to your seatbelts because that's a fantastic show
oh, yeah.
coming. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's great. So we also have Vaughn is here. Hi, Vaughn. How are you?
Hi.
Yeah, and yeah. So I encourage people to ask some questions so we can answer you questions. So also, I am Ching Juhl. I do this interview or a conversation with someone special since last March. Today is episode 113. So I've done 113 times. And we usually do it at 4 p.m. and on Wednesdays. And sometimes we do it on Monday. Sometimes we do it on Friday. So it's a little variation depending on my guest's schedule. But usually I like to do stick with the same time, which is Wednesday. So thank you for joining us, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. If you like this video, please give it a like. And so yeah, Aja, show talk about a little bit about your film production company. You, it's called PVIAM. What does that mean?
PVIAM means perfect vision of I am. As I said, God comes first in my life. And through his eyes, it motivated me to do all the things that I do and give me the strength to be a filmmaker, being creative. He gives me the ideas. I can't take the credit for myself. He gives it to me in strange ways. The bathroom is one. When I'm in the shower, when I'm sitting on the couch, when I don't have the TV on. I hear it just comes. He just tells me, gives me ideas. Sometimes he gives me so many ideas. It's so much to put on paper. I have to go back and rewrite the script because it's like four different story ideas that come into one. So, I have good people like Andre Harris, and also Celine. Selena. She's in Los Angeles. She's another mentor that I do. We do code. We write together and stuff. She helps me with my thoughts, and of course, how can I not be happy? I have the best team ever. I have Darion. I have Andre. I have Selena. I have um, uh, Stephen Bernstein. I mean, oh my God, he's the newest mentor of mine. So I'm just super excited. I have people from all over the world that inspire me. So yeah, I'm grateful. PVIM, my kids, my children, two of my children, um, co producer is my third son, and my daughter. She helps me with makeup on the actors. I kind of trained her because I can't do it all, and she's taken some classes, and she's doing very well in doing it, and I'm proud of both of them for helping me in what I'm doing. So, perfect vision of I am. God put it together, so that's why it's called that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, with the production, does that involve writing, produce, and making film, or what else? Does it also involve distribution, and what does it involve?
Definitely, distribution is involved. So we kind of there's two different divisions with it. It's the division where you know me being uh, the founder, I write and direct and produce my own projects. But there's the extension, which is the other part, where I use that to give back. Um, you know, we go and feed the homeless. We try to do that monthly. Um, we also want to give back people who are interested in the arts. And like I said, my biggest project is that is the other division of giving back is going to Sierra Leone and other West African countries to help women and young people, young children, young people who want to tell their stories as well. So that I'm very excited about that part, just as much as me being excited and putting my work out there, or what putting my work out there and let people see what I could do.
Well, that's wonderful. We have Vaughn Doromal, Doromal. Sorry, I don't know how to say it very correctly. How well does filmmakers to do despite the realities of life, if I may ask?
I don't understand that. I'm sorry.
I guess how well as a filmmaker to do deficit deficit the reality. I guess reality of life sometimes is not that smooth. I guess. How do
The
you?
journey of being a filmmaker.
Yeah.
It's definitely a journey that it's
That is,
yeah, you could go to school, but it's nothing like the hands-on. It's tedious. You have to make sure everything is right because it's like a domino effect. If one thing goes wrong, everything else goes wrong. And even though I was able to wing it in my previous projects that I've done, I learned along the way that it's best, your best result comes when you do every step. Every step. Don't skip a step. And I've become better at it. And yeah, but even with that, there are things that happen behind the scenes that you can't control, and it's just a matter of taking a deep breath. Also, getting a great production manager, it helps, but to be calm and think properly and not get too emotional because you make the worst decisions when you are.
mm,
So, yeah, that's my take on being a filmmaker. But the result is beautiful, well worth it. But it's not as simple as people make it seem. I mean, but at the same time, it's not difficult once you follow the steps.
right, right. And I'm trying to look for if you have another clip you can share with our audience. I am in Darion Dongshu's 1 minute film school. Do you remember there's a let's see, is April? Do you have a clip you can show to people in April's competition?
Oh, capture. That's
Let
a
me see.
great one.
Yeah. Which one? Moving failed mission or
It's called Night Capture.
night capture? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me.
Thanks, April, for bringing that up.
Yeah. Hold
That
on.
was that was a film that really got people screaming.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that's it's the April. Okay. So because this is April, like a bunch of
Yeah.
different ones.
That one
Let
I
me
can
see.
help with as she's looking for it. That
Okay.
one, June, he's a filmmaker in the DMV. He even has a film festival. Fantastic. He helped me get the actors together, and we literally shot it, edited in 48 hours.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. So it was my very first, but the story was great. Everything was great, but
Yeah.
I missed some steps
Oh
that
yeah.
made it better. But definitely the story did convey. People did love it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it there.
Yes.
Still
Sure.
wait. Is it in which what do you call playlist is in? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. If you even it's in the April, it's supposed to be in the same, it's all together if you put
April has 3 playlists so far. Hold on 1 second. No
yeah.
budget filmmaking. March? Could it be March?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It was March. I didn't participate in April.
Okay. Night capture. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna watch night capture. Okay, let me go back to us.
I'm really excited about all these because
Yeah.
the collaboration,
Yeah.
I'm open for collaboration. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, you get the best result.
Yes. Okay, so this is a 1 minute March competition, a film by Ajal. It's called Night Capture. Here we go. Good.
Got a little problem there. Need help? Okay. Sure. I mean, I can help you out if you need a little. I mean, I know some about you.
I do this all the time.
And I was just, just trying to be cool. Well. Look at here. Woman from the gas station. Looks like you're having a little problem.
It's scary. That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. I think that was one of your favorites too, huh, Ching? I think that's when you first got you. That's when it's like Aja that clip. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. Yeah. So,
that was based on. It was inspired of. Yeah, it was kind of some of it was based on a true story.
oh yeah.
Need to do that. Yes,
Oh yeah.
yes. My car
Oh,
did break down on the road.
yeah.
The only difference was I didn't kill anyone. I felt that my life was in danger because the way that guy came to the image of night capture
Yeah.
was the way that guy came in that image. And like I said,
Uh-huh.
but all of a sudden, my car literally came on its own
Oh
as
yeah.
I was praying.
Oh yeah.
God, I don't want to go with this guy because the guy said, I could give you a ride.
Oh,
And it was like 1 in the morning. I was leaving the salon and I was pouring water
yeah.
in the little freezer thing so the engine won't lock. That's how I
Yeah.
was in college
Oh, okay.
studying medicines. And yeah, he actually followed me from the gas station. I didn't know. I mean, he came to me at the gas station. I said I was fine. And he
Uh-huh.
followed me.
Oh.
And yeah, so I said, let me do a story on that. So, yeah, and make a twist out of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's in such a short time. It's not easy to tell story from the beginning, the middle, and the end. And you really captured the attention of your audience by having this surprise kind of a violent, but in a funny way, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of humorous.
Yeah. I think somebody was telling me you kind of like Tarantino, like you have something serious and then you just throw some comedy in it, even though it's a serious story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yay, I'm a fan of Tarantino. So
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
hope to work with him one day as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, and as I got to meet people like, Bernstein, Mr. Bernstein,
Yeah.
and it's like more and more exciting. I'm a huge fan of Kill Bill. So, so I love those type of stories. And it
Yeah.
seemed like even with Silent Witness,
Uh-huh.
it's like a lot of serious tone,
Yeah.
but there's some funny parts in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So altogether in Darion's 1 minute, how many films you made altogether?
Right now, I only have done 2.
Okay.
And that's because I want to make sure I understand what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
I'm big in having a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
And so, so it takes time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Believe it or not, the turnaround to get the script written, it takes me that day to do it. One
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all, like I said, it just comes. But this time, there's a competition of future. I might be like Robert. That's one of my. I'm a fan of Robert. I might be like Robert and do 2 or 3.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I'll be in the July competition.
Uh-huh.
I might be.
That's coming soon.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's more detailed. More
Yeah.
detailed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Forward.
So you were born in how do you say that? Sierra Leone, West Africa. Can you tell us a little bit about your birth country or town? Like you are still very attached to it, even if you left there when you were 1 year old.
Yeah. When I was younger, I didn't fully appreciate it because, I grew up in the United States, and the way how it was portrayed, Africa was portrayed, was like it's a jungle and all that. And when I went there, I was not happy when I left because I thought I'll be seeing animals running around. And my friends, just like any 9-year-old would think. But when I got there, the people were so nice, so kind. People shared, even though there were people there. Not everybody was poor. I mean, there were many people that were entrepreneurs. I mean, of course, there are bankers and lawyers, but most people were entrepreneurs. And you see children as young as 9, 10 years old helping their parents earn, and with the little they had, if they don't believe in seeing a neighbor across the street that don't have, or an elderly person. So they open the door for anyone. And even though I came from a family that had, I mean, my family, they were, my mom was of course, a cosmetologist and a salon owner. But my dad, he worked for the government, but at the same time, he was into real estate. So he built a number of homes that we rented, and people like the American Embassy was one of our family's clients. So they did pretty well for themselves. But I was always having a heart for the people, the less privileged. I used to sneak away and go to their houses, and their little board houses where they barely had a decent bed, and I'll share what I'm eating. I play with them. We talk about things. And I remember they used to be like, wow, 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 you willing to sit on my bed? You really to share with me? So the people are so kind. Another thing about Sierra Leone is it's a country where there are Muslims and Christians, and they get along. They don't have any um, religious war. They celebrate Ramadan together. They celebrate Christmas together.
Nice.
So they're giving people. They love strangers that come, and they're go getters. They're survivors. And then Ebola came. I mean, then the war came. I'm sorry, 10-year war, where they called it the Blood Diamond Country. I don't know if you remember when there was a blood diamond situation that many people died, and through that they survived the war. A lot of people died, but the people were able to grow out of that pain. There's still pain there, but they're able to work through it. They celebrate life. They celebrate each other. And then Ebola came, and then natural disaster came, mudslide, and they still survived through it. So, they say Sierra Leone is like the poorest in the world, but trust me, Sierra Leone is very rich in spirit. These people are rising again, despite it all. So that inspired me to even go back and know more than what I have seen in the eyes of people that don't have. So that's why I'm passionate of the country.
That's
More
beautiful.
passionate as a
That's
kid.
beautiful. Yeah. So you never forgot your roots,
Yeah.
and so it's very important, and that must be does has your children been back? How do they feel?
My daughter has
Uh,
been there twice.
okay.
First time, she kind of reminded me of me. I
Uh-huh.
don't want to go there. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be, I'll be seeing snakes and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And she went there, came back, not seeing one snake. We've seen snakes here. Seen snakes in the United States and no snakes there. I saw the
No.
first snake here. Well, at the
Yeah.
zoo
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
kid, and then garden snakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, she loved it. And if she have her way, she'll go twice a year.
Uh-huh.
Christmas and Independence.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone, they're known for the warmth and their great beaches. They're entertaining. We have a lot of fine people over there that are getting into acting, inspired by Hollywood as well as Hollywood. Uh,
Mm,
they really have a drive to show what they could do. And
yeah.
so I decided to use what I have, the knowledge I have, and good friends that have more experience than me to take them with me to help change the lives of these people.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So I know you're
With
developing
Andre,
Andre.
Andre, I can't leave her out. She
Yeah.
is the drive to keep me pushing. And now
Yeah.
two forces become one to make the dream happen. Andre traced her roots and connected it to Sierra Leone. Andre is a African American, but found out that she has connection with Sierra Leone when she checked her lineage,
Wow.
as well as Guinea-Bissau. So we both doing it.
Wait,
Thank you, Andre.
which character she played in your film with all the bugs coming into the car?
Andre played the woman in the black that
Oh,
created
oh, okay.
the bugs.
Okay.
She made it spooky.
She's like that, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
she made
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And the guy that helped make that also possible,
yeah.
his name is Andre.
Andre.
He's in Los Angeles. Thank you, Andre, for the FX. Like at the last minute, he made it happen for me.
Yeah,
He's amazing,
yeah,
and a great guy too.
yeah. That's a great effect. That's a great, and it's a very effective to the story. Yeah, it's like a
Thank
great smart punishment.
Right,
Smart
right,
punishment. So
right.
tell us, I have one more question about your filmmaking is you developed a mini series. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so I have the first series that I did called Reach. And I shot that in Georgia. It's called Reach, of course. And the story is an adventurous one where we shoot here. We're supposed to shoot in the United Kingdom and in Africa. Inspired by a doctor that found that from his family, they had the cure to help many diseases. And he decided to come to the United States and study science, to be to develop the pills for it. Well, some kind of natural cure, and he found out that the people he worked for were bad people. They did not plan to pay him. They planned to take it, kill him, and take it. So he runs and go through all these different countries to escape, but leaves his child behind.
Mm.
And before he left her behind, he promised that once he finds a solution, he'll come and get her, but doesn't come back. So she's supposed to grow up and find her father.
Mm,
So we go on the journey with her
mm,
to find her father. That's Reach. So we're yet to finish that project. My other series, that was a
mm,
web series, and my other series is called The Silent Witness. And that one I shot in Atlanta
mm,
and New York.
mm,
And that one is based on a story about real estate, the underground dirty business of real estate. And there's a man that decided to make a difference for a city he left as a boy. He comes back, but then he wins the bid to help make the change in the city, but created enemies. So he gets shot, but doesn't die.
mm,
So because of a power that he obtained through his adopted dad, but unfortunately, he could not wake up. So he
mm,
was in a coma, and through the coma, there was a news reporter that saw the story that tried to shy away from that story. But unfortunately, the pressures from his job of him not performing, he gets a heart attack. So from the heart attack, he gets rushed into the same hospital the real estate man was in. So eventually, The spirit of the real estate guy leaves his body and enters into the news reporter. And the news reporter gets discharged, but he's not himself. His spirit is suppressed by the real estate agent, that's the African American guy. And the news reporter is a Caucasian guy. So through the eyes of the real estate agent, he gets to learn about love. Because this real estate reporter was so driven by his career, he neglected his family because he wanted to succeed. But through the African American guy, which is Patrick, he gets to learn how to love. He gets to learn how to understand what it is about family and people that should mean everything. So he goes in this journey and is forced to get to the bottom of who shot him.
Wow.
Before his wife gets to choose to pull the plug on her husband, is Patrick.
Oh my God.
So he's running out of time to find out how he could get back in his body before she pulls the plug.
Wow.
His wife, yeah. So that's
complicated.
Yeah.
Very intriguing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My actors are very excited about that project.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So what do you mean by miniseries? Where is the venue going to be playing? Is it on internet, or is it what? How does that gonna go?
Well, at first I was thinking of it as a miniseries. It's gone to people that are interested in the project. So it might eventually be a TV series. We might have a private screening of the trailer, the new trailer, because I have a trailer, but we have updated that trailer, and the new one's supposed to be coming out this month. So stay tuned. We'll have a private screening, and I invite the closest people, Ching, and a few friends to come and see, and the actors, of course, to see their awesome job that they did. I'm really excited. I would say Natasha,
Darion.
Then Natasha Eli. Natasha was the actress that played the wife. Also the guy, Rick, played the reporter. And Stan, he played the African American actor that got shot. So, and of course there are people also, artist Vernon, that's in there, as well as Bakari. They all are fantastic actors, everyone. And of course Ron, he's also the friend of the reporter. So, and of course I have my other friend, she plays an actress there, her name is Colors, and she's in New York. So I'm excited to have them all on that project.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So we have one question, and after that we're going to do the rapid fire quickly.
Okay.
Yay.
Wow.
So Rob was asking you a question, says, do you still have family over there in Africa?
Actually, my parents have moved back there. After they went back, they came back again and stayed another, I think, close to another 15 years. Because all of us, so me and my sisters and brother, because it's 5 of us as well, my mom had 5 of us, we all end up moving back here. So they moved back, and then they finally went back to Sierra Leone a few years ago. So they live there because, of course, they got their real estate and they have their businesses. So they established again over there. So, and I have a few relatives as well, my aunts and uncles.
Wonderful. So let's see. How about we'll do a short game. I ask a quick question, and Aja, we're gonna answer quickly. Okay.
Sure.
So yeah. Um, well, before we do that, I want to thank everybody has been watching us, join us. I want to thank Aja to have this conversation with me, and yeah. So
I'm excited.
yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. And I like to pick artists' brain out and talk with them and seeing them in person, other than just like a clubhouse is all very audio. You don't get to see them. So this is great to meet my artists. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Aja. And all right, so let's see. So, rapid fire. Okay.
Yay, okay.
What's your favorite color?
Red. Red.
Okay.
I don't know them
What is your favorite food type?
I love shawarma.
Shawarma. Oh yeah. Shawarma is great.
And shawarma, I discovered it in Sierra Leone.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Interesting. On
Yes.
New York street, you often find shawarma in the cars.
Wow.
They make shawarma in the cars.
Really? Oh, yes,
car.
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, food vendor, and they're really delicious.
Yeah, the shawarma in Sierra Leone is awesome.
Yeah. Isn't shawarma is from Middle Eastern?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
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 Lebanon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
have
great.
a number of Lebanese
Uh-huh.
as well as Indians in Sierra Leone. So
Yeah.
yay.
What's your favorite music genre?
Gospel. I love gospel.
What book you read last time, recently?
My recent book I read is screenwriting. Believe it or not, screenwriting. I'm always reading.
I thought you were naturally knowing how to do it.
I do, but it's a Leo thing. I just am a perfectionist in heart.
Yay.
I just feel like I need to study more.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
But that was the last book I read.
That's great. Any favorite city in United States you would like to live for 3 months?
For 3 months, Hawaii.
I won't blame you.
I heard it's a long ride, but I've never been there.
Yeah. If you win $25 million, what would you do?
Woo! 25 million. I'll give 10% to people that are less fortunate. That's what I'll do. And 10% for children, developing their skill in entrepreneurship, and children and women. And then my children. And then I'm satisfied with 5 million for myself.
And to do what?
Well, for myself, I would definitely expand my production company. And also I'm looking to create an institute for makeup and filmmaking. So kind of merging cosmetology and film in the United States. Helping women that suffered abuse as well, to get them to attend for free. I'm all about giving. So
beautiful.
What
language would you like to master other than English?
German. I studied French and German when I was in Sierra Leone. Wow. I love French. But German is something challenging, and there's something about it.
Wonderful. Are you a walker or driver? If you have a chance, are you you like to drive to somewhere, or are you a very good? Are you a person who walks very everywhere?
I've done both, but I love driving.
Me
I love
too.
a good stick shift.
Me too.
I love a good 6-speed.
Yeah.
And go 120 miles an hour.
Oh my God! I'll be your passenger.
Okay. Yeah, that's my alter ego.
Yeah, I can see the wildness in there. Yeah, I love driving.
Yes.
I'm terrible. I'm not a very good walker though. I drive everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and if I were to take you right now to a happy hour, which is a happy hour, what would I buy you?
Uh, I what was that drink? I don't drink often, but is it colada?
Oh,
Strawberry
peanut
colada.
colada. All right.
Strawberry
Yeah.
colada.
Great. Colada sounds good. Yeah.
I love coladas.
Yeah. Drive. She drives. Driver. She drives fast. Robson.
Very fast. Oh my gosh. The car I got right now, I
Fasten your seatbelt.
to abuse that car. Like,
Oh yeah.
yes. And I'm helping my daughter with it. And my daughter, I could tell
Yeah.
that her seeing me drive, she trying to be like me. And I'm like, you're just learning.
Yeah.
Focus on understanding how to drive first.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 years later, you could be like me.
Yeah. 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 You have to pay your dues, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Right
absolutely.
now, go slow. Young person, go slow.
Yes, yes.
So, let's see, spicy or not spicy if you have choice in terms of food.
Spicy. Wakes me up.
when when you write, do you write better in the morning or late at night or in the middle of the day?
When I drive, when I ride,
No, right.
when I
Write
write,
your yeah, writing.
it seems like I'm writing more at night. Yes, it's hard in the middle of the day and during the day. Too many phone calls.
What's your favorite social media among, say, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, Clubhouse? Which one is your favorite right now?
You know what? I love Clubhouse. Oh my goodness.
Why?
Clubhouse
Tell
changed
us why.
my life.
Yeah.
I would say the reason why I love Clubhouse is because most of the people there, I mean, there's a lot of people, but the few you meet are givers. People just giving and seeing people's lives change all over the world in live time. That's why I love it. I don't get too much into the topics of relationships. I'm more into the real estate, filmmaking, excuse me, and of course Amazon. And of course crypto, stock market. But
Cool.
yeah, but I love it. I mean, there are a lot of there are a lot of great people in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Say, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's great. Yeah, I like it too. So
And of
how I
course
met
meeting you, Ching.
yeah.
I
That's
met most
how
of
I,
my mentors in Clubhouse.
yeah, that's how I met you. Great. So, last question. How about oh yeah, coffee or tea?
Huh?
Coffee
Oh,
or
tea.
tea?
Tea.
Tea? Oh, you're a tea
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Oh, very
Tea.
nice. Yeah, I love both. Both. So, okay, so we're done. Do you I'll ask I throw you a question. Do you have a question for me before we go? Any
Yeah. My question is, what did you think when you first saw my films? When we met?
Oh yeah, I saw your film. The first one is that the one we just saw. It's
Yes.
the person gets shot after, right?
Yes.
After, yeah. No, I really liked it. I thought it was very surprising in such a short span of time, and you told the story because there's not enough. It's only 1 minute film, and it was a very well laid out the story, beginning, middle, and the end. But the end was pretty funny, violent but funny.
Um,
Very Good job. Yeah.
Thank you. That, like I said, I think that that particular show raised questions. It made you question yourself because it was unpredictable
Yeah.
of who
Definitely.
the actual criminal was in that particular show. So I
Yeah.
loved it
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can interpret this story actually has a question mark on it. You really don't know what happened because the guy could be just being helpful coming up, and
Yes.
she could be overly reacting, right? But
Yes.
then in the other hand, you could say she's protecting herself. She knew more than we knew. Could be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because we
Or
don't know.
she was just someone who just liked to hijack cars
Uh-huh.
and take advantage of people that do reach out to help.
Uh-huh.
So it could be interpreted in many different ways.
Yeah.
I love stories that brings conversations,
Yes.
that makes
Yes.
conversations. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Very good.
Thank you.
Makes people think. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Aja. And it was great to talk to you. And thank you for your time. And thank you for sharing your wisdom, your experience, and your, filmmaking with us. And then I'll see you in Clubhouse.
Okay. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. Even Mr. Collins. Thank you, Collins Archie Pierce, Darion, Mr. Bernstein, and then everyone in Clubhouse. Thank you so much. And Andre as well. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye, dear.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a
Bye.
great rest of the evening, morning, whatever. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.